Hi, my name is Jonathan Hicks. We're back at the Dice Cup, and this evening I'm joined by
Rob,
Steve, Mark, and we've just finished playing Love Letter, but this is the premium edition. So the cards come with these lovely card sleeves here, and it's essentially the same as the base game, half of it at least. You get all the same cards as the base game, but then on the flip side of this, you've got a whole bunch of extra cards, which importantly lets you play with more than 4 players. So they have the same numbers, more or less, that correspond to the original set of numbers, but they just do lots of extra things. So if you guess someone, if you try and guess what someone's holding and they're holding the assassin, and actually the person who was doing the guessing dies, the jester tries to predict the person who's going to win the round, and they can gain an affection token. And incidentally, the affection tokens are these lovely hearts rather than cubes, which is quite nice. This one means 2 players trade hands. You look at the cards. This one, you pick up to 2 players and look at their hands, etc. I'm not going to go through all of them. Just one of the other ones that's quite nice, though, is that the bishop, you... how does the bishop work?
you call out what someone's got, and if you're right, you gain an affection.
Oh, that's right. So you're guessing them as like a guard, but you can win a point. So there's actually a couple of different ways of winning points, not just winning in the normal way. So you actually win points a lot faster than you do in normal letter. So the turns are a bit, or the games are a bit slower, if you're playing with more players, but you get the tokens of affection faster. All right, what do we think?
Well, it's one of my favourite games of all time. I love it. I think being able to play with more than 4 players is brilliant. They tried it with Lost Legacy, and it kind of slowed the game down and got a bit bogged down in too many cards. It got very slow, but this speeds things up with the different ways you can get points. Yeah, I love it. And the components are brilliant in this version as well.
Steve?
One of the strengths of Love Letter, I'm with Rob, I love the original. It's my first game of this expansion. One of the strengths of Love Letter is just how simple it is. And I can play this with non-gamers very easily. You give it a go, and you can play for like an hour with some people, give it a go. You might not want to play for an hour, but if you want to kind of make Love Letter more interesting, a bit more depth to it, a bit more choice effectively, and play with 5 players is a strength as well, then this expansion's got it for you. Buying this game effectively means you can play the original and the expansion, and you can choose which one you want to play. So all in all, it's pretty good, and it just looks so much better. Love Letter is a small diddy game. This is the cards and the sleeves and the hearts for all of them.
All right. Mark?
I'm completely on the other side. I don't actually like the base game. I just find it a bit too dull because it feels to me a lot of the time just trying to pick a number. I know you can wait for the deck and see what people are doing, but I still find it super interesting. This is a lot more interesting because I think it adds more chaos to the game, because the extra rolls just give a lot more options that possibly come up. The quality is ridiculous. I mean, you have to see, it's literally the thickest card stock I've ever seen on cards. So yeah, it's a much improved version of to me over the base game.
Rating out of 10?
I think I would give it a 6.5, and I'd give base Love Letter somewhere around a 5. So I hate it, but just too dull for me.
Okay. Steve?
Gives you more choice, improves the base game for me, so I'd rate it an 8.
Okay. Rob?
9.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do like Love Letter. It has the advantage that you can play it with people who don't normally play games, so I play it with my family quite a bit, and it's very quick. The only downside really is it only takes 4 players. There have been lots of situations where I've had more than 4 players, and I want to play something like Love Letter. So the fact that it plays more players doesn't really take much longer is great. I do think it's a great game. It's very light. It's not a huge amount of strategy, but for an interesting filler, you can't go wrong with Love Letter, I think. I'd be on an 8 out of 10 as well. All right, thanks very much for watching. That was Love Letter Premium Edition.